What's going on, YouTube? This is your friendly neighborhood DraftKings addict, bringing my top picks for Wednesday's main NBA DFS slate. All right, guys, so before we get started, go ahead and drop a like for me on the video. It really helps out the channel. And as always, if you're new to DraftKings addict, don't forget to subscribe before you go. And also, please drop your comments below. Let me know who you love, who you hate. We have a massive slate today, so there's going to be a lot of ways that we can attack it. So I would love to hear your opinion on the slate. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so we're going to go over the draft dashboard, my research tool of choice. All right, so if you like what you see, guys, and you want to try out draft dashboard, I have a link in the description of this video for a 30-day trial for $1. So a whole month of draft dashboard for $1. So go ahead and check it out. All right, so let's go ahead and go into the position optimizer. Again, we have a nice size slate today. Look like we're working with 11 game main slate starting at 7 p.m. We have a couple of smaller turbos and nice slate later on. So we're going to attack the main slate. So at point guard, first and foremost, man, I like Dame Lillard. I don't know why, but he jumps off the page for me at 8.6K at home versus Golden State, who's on a back-to-back. They just played last night. All right, and it's just a 3-point differential in this game, and they're projected to hit 234 points. And so the two teams. So at 8.6K, Dame Lillard seems like a great value in a game that should be competitive with a couple of players out. Look like Cousins is out today. We got Livingston that's out. All right, and so that could open up some value. Damian Jones is out. Man, so definitely liking that game. So I'm going with Dame Lillard at 8.6K. Seemed like a reasonable price of entry for that game there. So next up, my other point guard, one of my favorite guards on the slate is going to be Mr. Murray here. As you can see, the last two games, 57 and 30 versus Sacramento, but he's at home. All righty, and they're a favorite by 8 points. All right, 230 point over and under. So Sacramento keeps this game close. Jamal Murray could have a nice double-double with assisting and scoring. All righty, and at 6.2K, he seems too cheap for the matchup. High over and under game, at home, in the favorite spot. All right, they're a little tight on guards, and so he's playing 34-plus minutes on average. And so at that price, going up against Sacramento, one of the best matchups for a point guard, I like Jamal Murray at that price. He seems like a safe play. All right, so next up is going to be our small forward. Well, actually, shooting guard. I passed up shooting guard, huh? Let me go on back. So at shooting guard, Bradley Beal, man. Look at this guy. Whew. So when it comes to Toronto, he has that number, man. He's averaging 60 DraftKings points, and he had one game where he went off of 92. Now, am I expecting him to go off of 92? No. But if you look at this game, Toronto is a 10.5 point favorite at the moment. All right, so it could look like a lopsided game. Satoransky is a game time decision. So John Wall, we already know, is out. And so that could mean some extra ball handling for Mr. Beal. And so in that case, at 8.7K, he could be a good matchup. Now, again, this game is projected to be a blowout, but I still like Bradley Beal in spite of that. All right. Another shooting guard I like is going to be Klay Thompson. All right. He had a little scared the other day. He jammed his finger or something on his left hand, which is his non-shooting hand. All right. So at 6.5K, this guy has owned Portland, to say the least. He's averaging 43 DraftKings points versus Portland. And at 6.5K in the game, again, late night game, close over and under. All right. 234 points to be scored against them. Cousins is out, so that means there are going to be some more shots to be had by the other players. And so I do like Mr. Klay Thompson. So, all right, next up, and that's my shooting guard. Oh, Joe Harris. I like him as a value. At 4.6K, he's playing consistently around 30-plus minutes. Even with LeVert being back, he's still playing. And at 4.6K, he's averaging somewhere around 25 DraftKings points. But if you look at his history versus Cleveland, he's fared well, 30 and 46 in the last two matchups. All right, and so those are favorable numbers for a guy that's 4.6K. So I will be taking a look at Mr. Joe Harris as well. All right, if you go down a little further, we can't forget about Mr. Avery Bradley. Came out and put up 52 DraftKings points, had a career season game. 3.4K, the guy's still cheap. If Conley's out again today, this guy's going to play extended minutes, going to have extended responsibility on that Memphis team. And so at 3.4K, he's too cheap to ignore. Yes, he could put up a 15-point dud, but that's not likely. All right, will he have another 52-point game? I don't think so. But if he has a 30-point game, that's good for a guy that's 3.4K. So go ahead and get some of him. And also don't forget about The point guard, man. Right, DeLon Wright. So let's go ahead and add him into our player pool too. If Conley is out, go ahead and play DeLon Wright because he's going to be cheap, and again, doesn't have to do much to pay off that value going up against Chicago, which should be a favorable matchup for both of those guys. So let's go on over to small forward. Ben Simmons. Ooh. I don't know what's going on with that guy, but he gets a nice matchup versus New York and a price jump. So I think I'm going to pass on that one. But right now, my favorite small forward at the moment, definitely I got Joe Harris on my radar, right? But this guy here, Duncic, man, has been on fire. 8K. He's pretty much the main guy there in well, he is the main guy there in Dallas. All right, as you can see, his usage is 34% the last game, 30 before that, and 31 before that. So this guy has high usage. This game here, Miami game, is going to be a 208-point game over and under, but it's only 2.5 points deciding the game. And so this game goes into a shootout or goes in overtime. That could mean extra run for Duncic. So definitely you want some Duncic in your lineups. I would even take a chance at Tim Hardaway Jr. The guy's only 5K. He's playing 30 minutes on average. Gonna get a chance to shoot. He's gonna have to produce for Dallas, man. So I would definitely say you take a chance on Tim Hardaway. I wouldn't have a whole lot of them, but I will have a couple of shares of that. Who else? Small forward with Boogie being out, Boogie Cousins. You could take a stab at Durant if you want to pay up, but Durant is 9.3K, but he could give you a 70-point game depending on how this game goes. So definitely I'm going to go ahead and add Durant to my player pool, but I don't know if I'm going to be playing up. My current lineups have a lot of mid-tier guys and upper mid-tier guys, so but that's me. Next up, power forward. We already talked about Durant, so we're not going to say him, but Siakam, for some reason he's sticking out to me. Toronto versus Washington, again, high over and under game. It looks to be lopsided, but hey, this game stays close. Siakam could put up good numbers. As you can see, last time these two teams met, he put up 60. All right, and he's averaging somewhere around 38 DraftKings points versus this team. So at 6.5K, we definitely could consider him. Ooh, Tatum. Nah, I'm going to leave that alone. I mess with that game. All right, but you also got Galley, disappointed, but he gets a favorable matchup versus Phoenix. Ooh, we got some nice spots on this slate for these guys, man. But Rashawn Holmes, man, definitely somebody else that I would consider as well. 3.7K, he's cheap. All right, if Ayton decides to lay an egg at center, this guy could get some extra run. And let's see what the over and under is on that game. 8.5 point differential, 230, pretty nice size. Yeah, so he could get some extra run off the bench and could put up value at 3.7K. So keep your eyes out for Rashawn Holmes if you need to have some salary relief. Kevin Love has been ruled out, so he's done. So that would definitely open up opportunity for Mr. Larry Nance Jr. All righty. Here you go right here. But he's up to 6.7K. But I'm putting him in my player pool. All right, especially with Love being out. They're going to need somebody to produce down low. All right, next up at center, last but not least, we got a lot of good options, man. You got Embiid going up against New York, but that game could be a blowout. Oh, it's only projected to be a 9.5 differential. Oh, I guess Dennis Smith Jr. and DeAndre Jordan doing their thing, huh? I don't know if I can get up to Embiid at 10.6, but I do like Jokic. All right, going up against Sacramento at home. Maybe pair him up with Murray. Alrighty, so at 10.1K, I definitely will have a couple of shares of Mr. Jokic. I like Nurkic as well in that Portland versus Golden State game. If he plays the minutes, this guy can put up points. And so at 7.4K, I like him. Again, they're playing at home against the Golden State team that could be tired. They're playing the second leg of a back-to-back, getting ready to go into the All-Star break. So I definitely like some Nurkic at 7.4K. We already talked about Larry Nance. Again, DeAndre Ayton is in the smash spot. But as you can see, the 3 times he's played this team, twice he's put up duds. And only once did he put up 46 DraftKings points. But at 6.7K, I believe they're playing in LA, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they're playing in LA. So they're on the road. But DeAndre Ayton at 6.7K playing 30-plus minutes versus the Clippers, who have normally be a very nice matchup for centers. So I'm definitely going to put him in my player pool. And again, we already talked about Siakam. Ibaka, I don't trust. He's too inconsistent for me. Look at it. He put up 40 and 40 in the last 2 games, though. So maybe take a look at some Ibaka. All right. But his minutes are inconsistent. Valanciunas, from my understanding, he's going to be rested today. All right, because he doesn't play on back-to-back, supposedly, but keep an eye out for that. But if this guy plays and he gets a matchup versus Chicago, I want some of that as well. Joakim Noah. If Valanciunas sits, we can get a couple of shares of Joakim Noah at 4K. All righty. As you can see, he put up 23 and 42 in his last 2 matchups. All right, so could be a good spot for him if we get Valanciunas sitting down. Cat versus Houston. Ooh, that could be a nice matchup. But hey, I'm not going there. Miles Turner's been on fire lately, so he's somebody that you definitely consider. But hey, guys, yeah, so that's pretty much all my favorite plays at the moment. So once you get done selecting your players, guys, you can go over to the lineup optimizer and let Draft Dashboard optimize your lineup. And once it's done, you can see how much salary you have left. And at that point, you can go in here and change players. Like, for instance, if I don't want any Ish Smith, I can upgrade him. I got about $300 extra. So we can see who all we have available to upgrade to. And if that doesn't work out for you, you can go and downgrade another player. And let's say we go with DeLon Wright. There you go. Cool. So there you go. So let's say that's a lineup we like. Save it, and we're done. All right. We have a mass lineup generator here where you can build multiple lineups. So anywhere between 10 and 100. Select your settings here. Click Generate Lineups and allow Draft Dashboard to build your lineups for you. That's going to work for both DraftKings and FanDuel, guys. Okay. All right. So next, let's go ahead and look at my top plays for today's slate. And don't forget about the cheat sheet too, guys. So Draft Dashboard has a cheat sheet that you want to check about an hour before lock to see the most up-to-date information, but they're going to have plays with the top tier plays, the chalk, quote unquote, or the favorite plays of the day, and then good plays for each salary, including value. All right. So my favorite plays right now going to be Jamal Murray at point guard, again going up against this Sacramento team, where in 2 games he's averaging 27 minutes and put up 43 DraftKings points. All right, and this guy here, as you can see, has some nice upside. All right, when it comes to his points and his rebounds and assists. All right, we got Bradley Beal again, averaging 60 DraftKings points versus this team. Now, he had a massive 90-point game in that, but he's playing heavy minutes, and he's putting up good points and assists and rebounds. So, next up, Joe Harris. He's my value guy. All right, 4.6K, getting consistent minutes of 30, putting up around 35 DraftKings points on average. And so, hey, I'm cool with that versus this Cleveland team that's going to be shorthanded. I got Siakam in that same Washington game. That Washington-Toronto game is one of my favorite games on the slate, even though it appears to be lopsided at the moment. And then Draymond Green, he's my guy. I'm getting him with Boogie Cousins sitting out. So that could mean some extra run and production for Mr. Draymond Green. Also, some of those other guys off the bench like Looney as well at center. So those are my favorite plays at the moment, guys. That leaves you 6K at your other 3 positions. Now, I will not have these guys in every single lineup, but I will have a good amount of them throughout my lineup. So if I throw in Jokic, that leaves me 3,900. All right, so maybe I take out Beal and put in Avery Bradley. You know, let's say I do Avery Bradley. All right, so that leaves me 6,600 for my last 2 spots. So you can kind of tweak it to your liking, guys. But good luck on today's slate, guys. Don't forget Draft Dashboard 30-day trial, $1. The link is in the description of the video. Drop a like for me before you go. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, guys, drop your comments below. And I'll see you guys actually on next week. All right, because tomorrow's only a 3-game slate. Then after that, we have the All-Star break. And so, yeah, so I'll see you guys on next week. All right, y'all have a good day. Peace.